E eu entendi que Jesus é o meu, não é só aquilo que eu pensava, que era o Son of God, que é o Filho de Deus, mas ele era o meu Senhor e Salvador.
My name is Olga Boric.
I grew up in Brazil.
I was baptized as an infant. I did my first communion, but because I didn't understand fully the faith, God to me was very distant.
We had a Christian friend in Brazil who kept praying for us and who said to me and my mom that God had a plan for us. I was very intrigued by the idea because God to me was a distant God, but she never shared the gospel with me. When I was about 13 years old, I got involved with a religion that is very common to my culture in Brazil, that is called Spiritism. They believe in reincarnation and the communication with dead. I met Richard in college. We got married in 2001. Richard was in the reserves and he was called up. He went to Virginia to prepare for war, and he could go to Iraq at any time. While we were apart, it was very difficult. I don't have my family around, so I felt lonely. I felt fearful. And that time I started praying to God that he would bring my husband back. For the first time, I felt God embracing me and comforting me and give me a peace that I couldn't understand.
So after 6 months being away, Richard's mission was canceled in Virginia, so he never went to war. But when he was there, God was also working his heart. He started reading his Bible.
Well, when Richard came back, we decided to find a church. A friend of a friend recommended Valley. Attending Valley, I started to understand little by little that God was not a distant God. He was a personal God. He wanted a relationship with me. And I understood that Jesus was my Lord and Savior, and he died for me, and he washed away all my sins, and I didn't have to keep coming back like I used to believe in reincarnation, that I had to come back to pay for my own sins. He did it all. So once I put my faith on him, it was done. So I decided to accept him as my Lord and Savior in 2005, and it was amazing to understand that I could come to God through his son Jesus. Now that I know him, I want to tell others. I'm part of a group of 15 Brazilian friends. We are very close because most of us don't have our families around, so we are like family. When Richard and I started following Christ, our friends thought it was strange. Some of them had questions, but they saw something different in us. They saw joy, they saw hope, but many were opposed. I kept telling them about this new hope that I had found. I kept sending them encouragement, devotionals, and I started inviting them to different things at church, like Alpha, like The Gift. I joined the cast of The Gift so I could invite them to see me, but they were really seeing him. Sometimes I've worried that I was being too pushy, but and I asked a friend, and she said to me that my persistence made a difference for her. She said, "You didn't give up on me. How could I give up on her if God doesn't give up on us?"